So, consistent with Article 58 of the Liberian Constitution, the President of the Republic of Liberia on the fourth working Monday is to present his agenda to the Liberian people, to the legislature, and so on Monday, the legislature is going to host the president. And the Speaker, Honorable Councillor J. Funati Kofa, working in collaboration with the entire leadership, the Deputy Speaker, Honorable Thomas Ifala, the pro tempore of the Liberian Senate, we have been working jointly, collaboratively, in showing that the success of the President's SONA is achieved. Tomorrow, we host the President. He comes as part of tradition, and he goes through the legislature, and then, as part of preparation, we just want you to know that we were on course. For the better words, to use, all is well as it relates to playing. There are some challenges we may not be able to discuss here, and I think it's just less importance to the process. Those challenges we've been able to overcome. And so tomorrow, we're going to have a successful posting of the President, His Excellency Jospeh Boakai, to present his legislative agenda. So at 4 o'clock, he's going to speak to the nation. In terms of preparation, we try as much as possible to put in place control. So to avoid recurrence of some of the embarrassment that been happening in many years past. So tomorrow, that place is going to be really restricted. The grounds of the Capitol building is going to be restricted. The rotunda is going to be restricted. No invitation, no access to the rotunda. So that's the first place we want to start with. Once you don't have your invitation to show to the joint security team and the protocol people, you will not be given access to that building. The only place you could try, because some of you receiving passes from the joint security signed by the EPX, is your access pass as a journalist. And so once you don't have it, I'm sorry to say, you will not be given access to the building. The joint chambers is strictly, highly restricted upon invitation or all access. Once you have all access pads, especially as a media person, yes, you're going to be getting access to the joint chambers, but we're going to confine you at a particular area. I think you know it's part of the tradition. We don't want a situation where all of us as journalists will have to be passing one place to another, passing cameras all around and embarrassing the guests, causing distraction. So we have a place up there, the upper part of the chambers, where all of our members of the press will be seated and they can do their coverage. Other colleagues from the media who will not have access passes can just relay or pick up from most of the institutions. We're going to have the Liberia broadcasting system there, LBS broadcasting. They have done a setup there already. Ontario Radio is also going to give you live coverage. So we ask some of our colleagues who may not have access to just do your relay from those institutions. Online platforms, we have Tama TV and LBS. Already they have done a setup there. And it's going to be broadcast live on SACOM. So people can really sit in the video club and just watch it. Some video clubs around have already started putting on the boards so you can go and watch the entire event because it's going to be broadcast live there. For the year, when you enter, we have a big screen we're putting. Those who will not be having access pass to enter the building, you can sit right there, monitor the live screen. Whatever happens in the building, you're going to hear it, you're going to watch it on the screen outside of the building. For the building, we have asked the joint security to make deployments, and they have deployed. Since this morning, they're going to remain there until tomorrow evening after the program. So The 17 entry points to the Capitol building are now under control of the joint security. In terms of security protocols, the police will speak to that. So for the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, we had a conversation with the Acting Chief of Protocol, Madam Antonia Wallo, and all invitations. This year, we decided to print 400 invitations. All along, we've been told that they've been doing 500. And our committee, the executive committee, decided to work with the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, and we have been been successful in reducing it to 400. Because if we have been having 500 in time past and we continue to complain about overcrowdedness, we decided to reduce it to 400. And so the Ministry of Foreign Affairs has sent out all of the invitations. Those who have not received their vehicle passes will still have to come to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and the Chief Clerk's Office of the House of Representatives. So some of the vehicle passes are there, but you have to come with your invitation, your official invitation, so you can take delivery of your vehicle passes. If you don't have it, the security will not give you access to the place. It's just one day's event. We have His Excellency, we have to protect, and it is our responsibility to ensure the safety of the President. And so these are formalities. These are things that have been put in place. If you went to the yard, you see everything that's under control right now. In terms of sanitation, GSA and the MCC have been there working, ensuring that our place is clean, tidied up. You will see some mobile toilets there. And we have people making sure that the place is well taken care of. Also, we have GSA that has done the connection from the building to outside. So wherever in our building, outside the building, the yard you are, you'll be able to monitor exactly what the President is saying. Even if you don't want to monitor a radio station, we have the speakers outside already. So we just want to inform the public. There's no need to go and overcrowd that whole place. You know, there's control we're putting in place. All of us are concerned about the safety of the President. The security measures is very high. The restriction here is going to be high. Even we want to send a message, if you're government official, maybe Minister of Destiny, or former government official, if you don't have access pass or invitation, official invitation, you wouldn't receive access to the building. So we just ask everyone to monitor the media institutions, and then whatever you want to know from the President's speech, you can know. I think so far, that's the detail we want to give in terms of preparation. We're well on course. We're about 98% ready for the President tomorrow. The 2% I'm talking about is just for us to go and clean the place again, make it smell sweet, put some air fresheners, you know, and we're set for the President. But we're 98% ready now to host the President tomorrow successfully under the gavel of the Speaker, Honorable Councillor J. Fonati Kofa, and members of the legislature. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen of the press, distinguished colleagues, thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Dam. So we will take the Chief of Public Safety of the Liberia National Police, Mr. Jospeh, who will give for the security protocol. You know, Honorable Dam has security personnel, so we just talk about the administrative and the legislative procedure. Thank you so much. They asked 10 on the existing protocols. I think Honorable Dam has said almost 60 or 75% of what is required for us. And so I will be adding up to what he said. Effective tomorrow morning, we're going to block connects to the executive mansion. Only vehicles that were given pass or passes to attend the program will be allowed to fly out. We're also going to close the unknown soldier. Regular traffic passing through the executive mansion will be hotel tomorrow. And then it will be open for guests that will be coming. Honorable John said, I told you, I've said almost everything. We don't want you to come there if you are not invited. Please, if you were not invited, do not come there. It says we're looking at 350 first. This morning again, he told me we are going to make it to 400, so they have added it to 400. It will be less than 400, but not more than 400. It will be now one above 400. Then we're going to check those seats one by one to avoid overcrowdedness. And if you are pressed and you are given the opportunity, because there will be all asset passes, and there will be pass restricted only on the outside, where you can relay from the inside. If you are not given the accreditation for all assets, you need to where you were actually to be. Please let us avoid unnecessary embarrassment and then follow all of our security protocols. As Honorable Dan said already, all of our this is the entrances to the Capitol. They are all right now under security watch. And then tomorrow we're going to close the road. We're not going to close all the road because we're not expecting international guests coming from the airport. So we're going to cordon the Capitol building. Let me stop here. If you have any question for me, then let's talk about it.
Thank you, Mr. Sir. So before we bring in the Presidential Press Secretary, let me just read to you the security protocol. Joint Security Protocol. Joint Security Announcing Public Safety Protocol for President Boakai State of the Nation Address. The Joint Security Announcing to the General Public Protocol for the pending State of the Nation Address of President Boakai, which is slated for Monday, January 29, 2024 at the Capitol Building, Capitol Hill, Monrovia. Operators of vehicles, motorbikes, and keke are urged to adhere to these measures. 1. The regular traffic will be allowed to flow up until 3 p.m. on Monday, January 29, which vehicles flying from ELWA Junction through Tottenham Boulevard towards Central Monrovia will be diverted from Vanuma Junction to Simcoe by assigned officers. 2. That on Monday, January 29, 2024, vehicles flying from Central Monrovia to Simcoe will be diverted to Jalatan. All are asked to stay clear of the Capitol building if they do not have any role to play with the State of the Nation Address. I repeat, all are asked to stay clear of the Capitol building if they do not have any role to play with the State of the Nation Address. Regular traffic through Capitol Hill is expected to be resumed immediately after the President's convoy shall have left the Capitol building. The Joint Security apologizes for any inconveniences this protocol may cause. And this announcement is signed by H. Moses Carter Sr., Head of Joint Security Media Relations Team, Republic of Liberia. Without much ado, I'd like to invite one of my bosses in government, Presidential Press Secretary, Madam Tula D. Fofana.
Okay, newly appointed presidential.
Thank you very much, Lawrence. And let me start by saying good afternoon to the media, the Fourth Estate. And I'd like to recognize the chairperson and executive, Honorable Emmanuel Dan, and the team, as well as the security team. For us at the Executive Mansion, is specifically about providing the backstopping support. As you know, and as he rightfully mentioned, tomorrow's event is President Boakai's responsibility constitutionally to address the nation, to tell the nation where we are, and to lay out his legislative agenda for the coming year, and to assure the Liberian people how the economy is faring. So our role, since this is in partnership with the legislature, by virtue of his constitutional responsibility. That's why we're providing the support. And I was smiling when he said the legislature is about 98% prepared. But we want to work with them and show that that 98% goes up to 99.9% so that we're all very set for tomorrow. But I can inform the public here that His Excellency President Jospeh Boakai is in high spirits. He's happy, he's looking forward to addressing the nation, his first annual message. And I can tell you that it's going to be about where we are as a country, what's the status of the economy, and our plans for taking the country forward. So we look forward to working with the team and ensuring that everything goes to plan. And for us at the Office of the Press Secretary, we will be there. We will be there to help coordinate as much as we can. We'll also try to have some presence in terms of our desk, and where the information needed, we can provide as soon as possible. We want to have some visibility as well, and to be able to engage the media. And I will also ask that you all give us all the necessary support that you can give. As they've mentioned, if there is no invitation, kindly respect the orders and rules to be able to follow the program via other mediums that they've explained. If you don't have invitation, please do not force it. It's not about stopping the media from covering or doing their job, but it's also about bringing in some control. So let's ensure that all those with invitations to please be there in time, because as you all know, sometimes people go there very late, and when you try to force it with, oh, I'm a journalist, I want to come in, I have invitation, but please try to be there at least an hour or 2 hours ahead, to be able to ensure that security checks are made, that all of the necessary things that I need to do is well taken care of. So again, I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be able to talk to you all, and we look forward to taking questions as necessary. And we're working together as a team, coordinating with the legislature as well as protocol. And I can assure you as well, the EPS is also well of course in terms of ensuring that this annual message, the first annual message, is delivered in a very good atmosphere. So again, thank you. I look forward to engaging with you. Thank you.
Presidential Press Secretary, Madam Kula.
Thank you, Madam Finance. We'd like to take questions, and the Assistant Director for Public Affairs, Vice President Mabu Coordinator, Honorable Dan, please stand on the podium.
So all those with questions, please come and queue. Five questions.
Congratulations, people there. You said that you people are 98% ready, based on what we experienced on Monday last week, tomorrow making it a week. I'm concerned about the electricity, the AC, restaurants, and the PA system. How can you address yourself to that? Are we asking all the questions to everybody? Let's sit down. Oh, okay. That's the one I'm asking.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Sherry. And I think those are major concerns. Yes, I did mention 98%, and in fact, after here, I don't know if Director Famule and Press Director from the Senate and the team, they just joined us to do a little 5-minute tour of things that we have done, so you see that we are ready. But I'm saying 98% because we're still there cleaning place, wiping the doors and still, putting water in place. We're trying to set up the water system. Okay, so you talked about the AC. Yes, you're right. We don't want to experience the heat that was experienced. And in fact, that is why we have reduced the number to 400. We have installed 8 different 100 split units in the John Timbers. If you went there now, you don't have on sweater, I'm sorry for you. The place is chilly cool, very, very prepared, ready. Brand new ACs were installed. We went over there up to 1 this morning, and the installation have been done. You talked about the bathroom, yeah, restrooms. We have the maintenance people in charge of that. There's borehole been done, so water running through the building, and we are setting a water system. We don't want a situation where somebody is thirsty and they got to be looking for water all over the place to drink. So we are setting a water system station about 2 different places. You're thirsty, anywhere that place, you can just get a bottle of water and drink. And you're trying to make the water very cool. And so yes, if you went there, you see the rotunda has been prepared. You know, after the speech, there is reception for the president. So we are using the rotunda for the reception of the president. And that place has already been decorated. You can do a tour from here, so we show you the place. You wouldn't believe when you get there. So we are prepared in terms of your concerns. All is well on course.
All right, so my name is Springs. So I think either you can answer, please mobile from front back, focus on that question. Either you can answer my question. Well, also judging from what happened during the inauguration, where we experienced a very bulky speech for the president, about 4-page document. How is the press secretary and a chair on the executive is working in ensuring that the State of the Nation address speech that will be delivered by the president is concise and to the point to avoid other unnecessary things that will take more time. How are you working on that? That's the concern.
Okay, so I believe the press secretary will add sufficiently to your concern, but this is what I know from our end. The speaker and I have been having conversation, our committee, and so we express this concern. Look, I want us to understand this is not constitutional. We've made this thing a competition amongst leaders, where when you